In this video we're going to discuss solo ad conversions. After you've purchased your solo ad and you've received all of the clicks from it, then it's important that we look at our stats so that we can determine if that ad was profitable. There's a 5-step process that I usually go through after all of my solo ads are complete. The first thing that I usually do is I go to the Google URL shortener account and just double check to make sure that I've received all of the clicks that I was owed. So say if I purchased a solo ad and they were going to send me 125 clicks, you obviously want to make sure that you've received at least 125. So you come here, check that, and then go straight over to your autoresponder account because you need to check your opt-in rate. That's the next thing to do. So for this particular campaign we'll use this one here. This is a recent campaign that's finished. So my opt-in rate was 46%. Next thing you check is how many opt-ins you got, 69. Next thing you check is EPC. So for that particular campaign you can see that I've had 150 unique displays, 69 submissions and 46% opt-in rate, which is fairly good. Now next we need to check our EPC. So I'll get the calculator up. So what we need to do is think about how much we paid for the ad. Now for that particular ad that I just showed you, I paid $35. So what you need to do is put in the amount that you spent on the ad, and then you have to divide that by how many opt-ins you received. Now if you remember, I had 69 opt-ins, didn't I? So you divide 35 by 69 and this will give you your EPC, which in this case is 50 cents, which is very good. This is how you work out all your stats and determine if your ad was profitable or not. Next up, you need to find out how many buyers, how many products you sold from those 69 subscribers. Now for my particular campaign I think I sold about 6 or 7, so I actually made my initial investment back, plus I may have made an extra couple of bucks. But remember, 5 new buyers into my buyers list, and then the other 64 subscribers are in my funnel, so I could possibly convert a lot of those into buyers and customers as well. So now you can see the power of solo ads. They are very profitable and very powerful. So I now know that this particular campaign for me was very profitable. And another thing you have to bear in mind is that, as I've mentioned previously, is your opt-in rate is very important, because this is how you're going to build your business faster, because the higher your conversion rate on your squeeze page, then you're obviously going to generate more subscribers. So it's in your best interest to split test and test different headlines and different squeeze pages to try and increase your opt-in rate and get it as high as you possibly can. Now for me, I can't get mine much above 50%, but I'm happy with just under 50%. It's fairly good. So I have split tested a few times, so if you can get around 50% for your squeeze page, then that's fantastic. So once we determine all of these stats and all of these numbers, we can work out if it's worth us going back to the same solo ad provider and buying some more ads. And this is exactly how you can scale up your campaigns. But I would use the same solo ad perhaps 2 or 3 times before you spend a little bit more money on an ad. Or you could just keep going and just keep buying the cheaper ads. There's no problem doing that. Obviously you'll just need to buy more ads on a more of a regular basis, rather than just buy more clicks at once. So this is the 5-step process that I carry out after every campaign. So you can now determine yourself if your actual solo ad was profitable or not. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and now you know exactly what you need to do after every solo ad is complete. But remember, for a few days after most of your clicks have come from your solo ad, you may still get the odd subscriber now and again, and that's absolutely normal, that's fine. But within a few days after most of your clicks have come through, it should be fine to start looking at your stats and working out an accurate conversion rate for your one-time offer and for your squeeze page conversions as well. That's it for the video. I will see you in the next one. In this video, I'm going to show you how to split test using Google Website Optimizer. As you can see, I've logged into my Google Website Optimizer account, and I've already created a test previously. Now this is from a few weeks ago, but I'm now going to create a new test so that I can show you exactly how to do it and how to set it up. So log into your Google Website Optimizer account with your Gmail email address, and then go to create new test. Click this one here, the A/B experiment, and then you've got three things that you need to do. The first thing, you need to choose one page that you want to test. Now in our case it's going to be our squeeze page, and for this example I'm going to use my extremecashprofits.com. Secondly, create alternate versions of your test page. This is of course important because you want to be able to split test. So what you need to do is go into your WordPress admin panel and copy to a new draft and create two alternate pages. If you remember, we did this, didn't we, for the solo ad video, when you track your solo ad campaigns. We came into our squeeze page, didn't we, and we cloned the squeeze page for every new solo ad campaign. So it's basically similar to that. So you just clone it, but then you name it something that's going to be relevant to this particular campaign. So it's going to be, so for this example I've put ST1, which is split test 1 and split test 2, and we've got our main squeeze page URL as well. So we've got those. And lastly, identify your conversion page. Your conversion page is going to be your one-time offer. It's going to be the page where people go to after they've opted in to your squeeze page. So that's going to be your one-time offer. So let's go back here. So yes, I've got all those. Create. Next, experiment name. So just put extreme test or squeeze page, something like that. Squeeze page test. Then original. So what we need to do is put my original URL in here. Copy. It's very simple, the entire procedure. Variation 1, so we put variation 1. Obviously keep it so it's ST1, so it's all going to make sense. And then like that. And then what I would do is just click add another page variation. Obviously you can have as many as you like, but the more variations you have, the more traffic you will need to split test, because obviously the traffic gets equally spread out amongst all of your pages. So there you go, do that, and then underneath we put our one-time offer page. So this is exactly what you need to do. Put that in there, and then go to continue. And what you need to do then is then validate by putting your code onto your website, and you will install and validate your JavaScript tags. Unless you've got a webmaster that does all this for you, but I take it you can do it yourself. If you can't, then obviously you'll have to come back to this at a later date. Okay, so what we need to do, very simple. What you need to do is go to your main squeeze page, and you need to copy this code here and paste this exactly where it says here, just after the opening header tag on your squeeze page code. Okay, so go into your squeeze page and put your code in there, and then once you've done that, you also need to put a tracking script in your variation pages. So you go to this one, you go to your ST1 and ST2. Don't put the same code in, you need to make sure it's different, because this is for your main squeeze page, and then your tracking script for these are for your variation pages, so make sure you don't use the same one for your main squeeze page and your variation pages. So you copy the script, put it in your variation 1 and variation 2, and then lastly you copy this link here, this code here, and put it in your conversion page, which is going to be your one-time offer. So it's very simple. There's only 3 things you have to do, and that's pretty much as far as I can show you. Once you've done that, you go to validate pages, and everything hopefully will start to function correctly, and then as soon as you start to send traffic to those pages, Google will automatically track, and it will automatically it will send traffic equally to all of the pages over time. So then you will get a good indication, and Google will tell you which of your squeeze pages converts the best. Of course, each of these split tests, you need to make changes in your headline to see what works best for you. Okay, so make sure you obviously do all that, otherwise it's pointless. So you've got your split test 1, split test 2, and your main squeeze page and your one-time offer. Those are all the pages you need. So once you've done all that, validate pages, and then you will, let me see if I can get some information from my previous campaign that I set up. View report. I think I've deleted most of this, but you should be able to, this is basically what you're going to see. It will have some conversions and visitors at the end there, and it'll give you some stats and some results here telling you which squeeze page converts the best. So it's got some good, it'll give you plenty of great information, data here as to which page converts the best. So that's pretty much it for the conversion for the Google Website Optimizer video. It's very simple to do. You can of course watch this video a few times to make sure that you do everything correctly, but that's exactly how you split test, and it's very important that you split test your squeeze page, because you want to try and get your squeeze page above 40%. I always say that having a squeeze page that converts over 40% is good. Obviously if it converts at 70-80%, that's absolutely awesome, but 40% is a good benchmark to go from. So try and split test your squeeze pages until they convert at least 40%. It doesn't mean you got to stop as soon as you hit 40 or 45%. Just keep going to see if you can improve them any more, by all means. So this is a vital step of your entire list building campaign. You must make sure that you split test. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and you now know exactly how to split test your squeeze pages really easily and really quickly. I will see you in the next video. Welcome to the last video in this list building video course. In this short video I'm going to take you through the entire list building system, and also give you a few additional tips to help you along your way. But firstly, let me just say that we have covered a lot of information throughout this video course. We've covered a lot of different techniques, methods, tactics, and I've given you a lot of information to take on board so that you can use all these techniques in your own online business to build your email list super fast. Now these next 5 tips there's going to be extra tips that I want to give you which are going to help you even more to build your email list bigger and faster, and also some vital tips that are going to help you to build your email list a lot more effectively. And the first tip is going to be on your blog. Your blog is going to be building your email list 24/7. So by this I mean, don't forget to constantly update your blog and build links, leave comments on other blogs, generate new content on a regular basis, because remember, all of your traffic that you generate to your blog is going to be free, or at least this is how I've taught you to basically set up your blog. All of these traffic methods that you see around your personal blog, these are all completely free methods. So as long as you're very active on your blog, over a period of time you're going to slowly generate more traffic to your blog, and then of course you're going to funnel that traffic from your blog into your squeeze page. So it's imperative, very important, that you remain very active on your blog and you constantly update it and you add more content, videos, so that you can generate more traffic and build your email list even bigger. The next tip is you always want to track your blog opt-in boxes or blog opt-in forms. Okay, so whenever you include a sidebar opt-in form on your blog, or you include an opt-in box at the bottom of any of your blog posts, or you have a link in your nav bar, anywhere basically on your blog, you want to be tracking all of these opt-in boxes, because it's very important that you do this, so that in a few weeks down the line, or a few days or a few months, if you've converted any of your prospects to customers, it's very important that you know where those prospects have actually come from. So in a few months time you can determine where your most profitable customers are coming from. If there's a little bit of a trend that starts to happen and you see that a lot of your customers come from your blog, then that will obviously make sense for you to put more time in your blog to generate more traffic to your blog, and then obviously that's going to generate more customers. So it's important that you track all of your opt-in boxes, just like I've showed you in the solo ads, but you track your opt-in boxes, so you can name it blog opt-in box. This is exactly what I do, and it's very effective and it's very good, so that you can see where all your sales come from and all your customers. Next tip is your one-time offers are purely optional from your blog. Now some people don't like to sell something straight off the bat from their blog, and that's perfectly fine and understandable, but obviously from solo ads I do recommend that you use one-time offers, but from your personal blog it's purely optional. So it's something that you've got to decide yourself, and when you set up your campaigns in your autoresponder, that's something you'll have to decide there and then. So one-time offers are purely optional. The next tip is, when you use solo ads, don't forget that you must track every single click and every single ad that you buy. If you don't, you're losing a lot of money and you're throwing a lot of money down the drain. When you buy these solo ads, it's imperative that you track all of the clicks, and so you know that whenever you make a sale and generate a brand new customer, it's imperative that you know where that customer came from. This is very important. So always make sure that you track your solo ads and track them exactly how I showed you in one of the other videos, when you set up a brand new tracking link and you clone your squeeze page whenever you set up a brand new solo ad campaign. It's very important that you do that, so make sure you do it. The next tip, and this is the last tip of the video, always split test until you have a good opt-in rate. I did briefly mention this in one of the other videos, but I will say it again, it's very important that you split test your squeeze pages. Your squeeze page is when everybody, that's basically the start of your funnel. So if you haven't got a very good opt-in rate for your squeeze page, then this is going to affect your overall profits for your entire business. So it's vital that your squeeze page has got a good conversion rate. If you're using a certain template and you can't get the opt-in rate over say 15-20%, then change the template. There's so many different templates out there that you can use, so many different headlines. You can include videos, you can include certain sidebars, so just test as much as you possibly can. Initially, use the tips that I've given you from the Google Website Optimizer video when you split test, and set up only a couple of different squeeze pages, and then the squeeze page that performs the best, then obviously use that one. The squeeze page that performs the best, use that as your main squeeze page, and then you can make additional split tests from that new squeeze page. So it's very important that you continue to split test until you get to a point where there's nothing you can hardly do to increase your conversions for your opt-in rate, or you're completely happy with your opt-in rate. My squeeze page currently converts between 45 and 50%. Now I've stopped testing on my page because I'm more than happy with my conversion rates for that particular page. So I may test a few other basic templates as well, but for now I am fairly happy. So if you get to a point and you're fairly happy with your opt-in rate, then by all means you can stop split testing for now, and then just continue to build your business and build your email list, as long as you're happy with your opt-in rate. But obviously it has to be good. It has to be at least 40%. If it's not at least 40%, then you're losing a lot of traffic and a lot of subscribers. So make sure it's at least 40%. If you can get it over 50, maybe into the 60s, then that's absolutely fantastic. So this is the last video in the video course. I hope you've enjoyed this complete video course, and I hope now you can go out there and you can build an email list really fast, and you now know exactly what you have to do to set up your business and your sales funnel in order to generate good income online, and most of all, you can make more profits from your email list, because it's all about your sales funnel and it's all about having a system in place. So don't forget, make sure that you constantly update your blog and you generate lots of traffic to your blog over time. Of course it will take time, but while you're generating traffic to your blog, this is when you can use solo ads to bump up your subscribers and your list. Okay, so in time you will generate traffic, more traffic to your blog, but while you do that, you can of course use solo ads. And if you have got a advertising budget, then I would definitely recommend solo ads, as I've said in the video, because they're super powerful. They're fantastic for building your list. As long as you use all the tips that I've given you in my videos, you will do absolutely fine. And just make sure that you have a squeeze page set up, your free gift, and you have a product. If you have those three tools in place, and obviously your autoresponder, as long as you have those tools, then you will do absolutely fine. And if you follow all of the tips that I've given you within my course, then you will see some very good results very soon. Once again, I hope you've enjoyed the video course, and thank you very much for buying the course, and I hope to be talking to you again soon. Take care.